dear professor, my colleagues, good evening. My name is Mohammed and our company's name is Fasmir. Our business partners are Aisha, Venera and myself, and our aim is to import and distribution of Fasmir canned tuna in Kosovo, which is Maldives Industrial Fisheries Company's product. Now, fortunately, we have past experience in this field because we've been working in an import company before, from where we decided to open our very own company to market such a product because we found out that there's a huge potential of such a product as Fasmir canned tuna in Kosovo's market. Now, me and my team, we're going to explain to you further our marketing plan, but first I'm going to hand over the floor to my colleague Venera, who is going to explain the market research we did first.
Okay, as Mohammed said, I'm going to explain more about market research. First, we're going to start by saying that Kosovo is a market where red meat is highly consumed, mainly due to the absence of the appropriate tuna in the market. There are plenty of products in our market, but most of them are not appropriate since they don't focus on our health or on our living standards. First part of our research was focus on our current existing products, which are Rio Mare from Italia, then Ciblo tuna, whose facilities are in Lebanon, Vietnam, and Poland. Then Eva Sardin from Croatia, Dauti tuna, which produces in Thailand, and also Midelia tuna and Apollo tuna from Croatia. Okay. Then our competitors' products we said that are not appropriate, mainly considering the prices and their quality. For example, Rio Mare tuna, Ciblo, Eva, etc. are good quality, but their price is about 150 for 100 can of tuna. 100 gram can of tuna is considered highly expensive for Kosovo standards. Then there are other products like Dauti tuna or Mireia, Apollo, who cover prices about 60% for a canned tuna product. This is really cheap for our standards, but according to their quality, it's not appropriate because they are really poor. Okay, next slide. Our second part of our research was to examine the current market. To do that, we prepared a questionnaire which for our survey to the locals. Some of the questions were about how often they consume tuna, then the quality of canned tuna, is it good or bad, then also about prices, packaging, their expectations, needs, etc. Finally, from our research, we can conclude that Kosovo market is highly in need for a better quality and affordable canned tuna product. So Fasmir products from Maldives would be a positive change in Kosovo, and it would be at affordable prices, appropriate packaging, and also would have superior quality. So this was all about market research. So now I hand the floor to Aisha.
Since the market research is done, the next phase is to segment the market and also choose an appropriate target market which we will be aiming this product at. And therefore we did a demographic and a behavioral segmentation to choose an attractive market. And firstly, a demographic segmentation was done taking into account the average income of the population of Kosovo, which we found that GDP per capita is 200 euros. And secondly, female and male of all age groups who likes tuna and who is expected to consume tuna was chosen as the second segment. And finally, considering that we will be offering a low price on the canned tuna, we will be aiming this product to middle to high-class families and also restaurants. After this, we combined all these segments together and we identified a target market which we will be aiming this product at. And it is as middle to high class families of all age groups and restaurants. Moving on, as we all know, product is one of the major elements of the 4Bs. And since we are engaging in an importing business, we are buying the cane tuna from MIFCO, and therefore, first of all, I will give a brief introduction about MIFCO. MIFCO is Maldives Industrial Fisheries Company, and MIFCO has been exporting to various international markets. It includes the UK, Japan, France, Italy, Thailand, and also Sri Lanka. And these markets are the most prominent markets which MIFCO is currently exporting. And as you know, MIFCO is engaged in producing this canned tuna, dried tuna, all sorts of tuna products. But however, we will be importing canned tuna to Kosovo. Therefore, I will just move on to the product details. The canned tuna of MIFCO is a product which is under the brand name of Fasmir. And MIFCO's canned tuna is specified as premium, fancy, standard, and a local pack. And also some of the details is the can, it would have a net weight of 198 grams and a drain weight of 140 to 150 grams, and the lid type will be normal to easy open lid type, and the fish which will be in the canned tuna is a skipjack tuna and yellowfin tuna. And moving on to the varieties that we will be offering in terms of this canned tuna, it's tuna steaks in spring water, tuna steak in brine, tuna chunks in sunflower oil, tuna chunks in vegetable oil, and tuna chunks in spring water, tuna chunks in brine. Moving on to how we will be positioning this product. Well, we will be positioning this product through price quality. This means that the uniqueness of our product in relation to our customers will be the superior quality we will be offering, and also the price we will be charging, which will be a very low price, which will be affordable to the Kosovo's market. And we can also ensure that the products will be of good quality. This is because MIFCO has a well-known reputation in all markets it has been operating, and also the processing of this canned tuna and various other tuna products meets the EU standards, and also the products of MIFCO are ensured to meet quality at every stage of production. Therefore, we are confident that we will be able to position this product in terms of quality and also price. And moving on, the next part of the presentation will be presented by Mohammed. He will be talking about the pricing strategy and our distribution policy.
Thank you, Aisha. Now, before we talk about choosing an appropriate pricing strategy, it's important to thoroughly analyze our market and what our target market wants. So, my colleague Venera, as she explained it, the locals are in need for a cheaper product. So, we are going to implement a slow penetration strategy, which means that initially we'll be setting a very minimum price to our product, and as we acquire greater market share, in the end we'll be gradually increasing our price to meet demand. Now, there are plenty of reasons to choosing this penetration strategy. One is that it will create an incentive in the locals to switch their current brand to our brand, and thereby we'll be able to acquire greater market share even in the short run. Another reason is that Kosovo is in the developing stage, and because of its low standard of living, this might be our only feasible alternative. Now, our strategy calls for that we'll be setting a low price at first, but as days pass and as we acquire market to a satisfactory level, we'll be gradually increasing the price. However, we'll be sustaining our current customers because the superior quality of our product would outweigh the price. Now, when we talk about the place and distribution, there are plenty of benefits of an appropriate distribution strategy, which in terms of efficiency and accessibility. Also, it's important choosing the right intermediaries for our product. For example, if we choose less number of intermediaries, it would have an impact in productivity, and it would decrease our cost of production, and vice versa. However, as our product is produced in Maldives and we have chosen to freight it directly to Kosovo via sea, and from there we'll be implementing a selective distribution strategy, which means that we'll be selecting a number of outlets to sell, in this case a number of large-scale wholesale outlets such as Interex and Albi supermarkets. Now, there are many reasons for doing this. Mainly, it would enable us to control consumer behavior, demand, and also allow us to manipulate prices easily. Further, as we select the number of outlets, it would increase our chances of communication and negotiating with these limited number of outlets, so that it would strengthen the bond between our company and the top wholesalers, and thereby decreasing transportation costs as well. Now, we have a bit of a challenge here when we talk about storage and inventory and stock control, because our products are produced in Maldives and our market being Kosovo. So in order to meet demand at all prices, we are aiming to have a warehouse probably in Pristina, where we are going to store our products, and there we'll be practicing buffer or safety stock, which means that when our products decrease to a certain level, when our stock decreases to a certain level above critical, we will be signaling to the manufacturers who will be shipping us the shipment, so that we'll be able to meet demand even when the demand fluctuates, and we'll be able to ensure customer satisfaction at all points. Now I'll hand over the floor to Aisha, who is going to conclude this presentation by explaining the introduction.
And we also have set advertising budgets through IDA, which I will be discussing on the next slide. And we will be evaluating these objectives after 1 year through surveys, feedback, and also the sales figures. Moving on to the advertising objectives, we did these objectives through IDA. As you can see, IDA stands for Attention, Interest, Desire, and Action. First of all, the first objective is to communicate the existence of the first meal canned tuna to the 50% of the target audience within a year. Here, we want to draw the attention of our target audience by explaining them about this new brand which is in the market. And the second objective is to convince this area 50% of the target group by communicating the attributes of the first meal canned tuna. And what we mean by attributes is that the varieties we'll be offering, like tuna in chunks, oil, sunflower oil, brine, and all these attributes, we will be, by saying all these attributes, we will be interesting our target audience. And the third objective is to stimulate desire within the 50% of the target group through the superior quality of first meal canned tuna compared to competitors. Here we will be making this canned tuna a desirable product for our target audience, so that they will be interested to purchase product because of the superior quality which we will be offering, unlike our competitors. And finally, the last objective is to motivate this 50% of the desired group to purchase first meal canned tuna, and also thereby selling 100,000 cases of tuna to the target group within a year. This is where we tend to take the action of our customers. And we will be, as I told before, we will be evaluating these objectives through sales figures, customers' feedback, and also we will be conducting some surveys after 1 year. And the media to be used. We will be using mainly flyers and posters which will be attractively designed, and it will be pasted and distributed in famous large-scale supermarkets and malls in Kosovo. This includes Albi Mall, Interex supermarkets. And also we will be printing it in 2 famous newspapers of Kosovo. And also we will be using a bit of viral marketing to spread the word. And why are we using this media? This is because these media will enable us to reach a large audience with a very low cost. Therefore, we will be able to capture capture the audience, and with a very low cost, then we can use the other budget to other financial needs. And this is the end of the presentation, and if you have any questions, I think we'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Thank you.
Very good.